Hello guys, this is Panzer 36 and today I'm going to be doing a channel update and I'm going to be finishing off the construction of my trumpeter Cougar for the On Over Heroes Canadian group build. But first of all, I'd like to apologize to everybody for not having a video uploaded in like 2 weeks again. And also not really watching any of your videos. It's because I've been basically stacked with homework for like the past month. Because some of my teachers decided to give me all the homework that would be done like after the Christmas break area. All the summative projects is what we call it. Like, it's kind of like an exam, but it's a project instead. You do it also. It's got to be a huge project that kind of encompasses everything. We got them all now. We did them all before the Christmas break, which I guess is good because you don't have to work on them over the Christmas break. But then when all your teachers give you them, then it's not good. But I'm fine. Did them all good. Didn't have much time to do modeling. That's why I haven't done anything with my Cougar since like literally over a month ago. Still haven't done the turret. All I've done is the wheels, and the only thing I did do was the headlights and the rear view mirrors, which were pretty easy. Every once in a while I had a bit of time, so I've been spending it working on my Warhammer guys. Yeah, that's it. I do wargaming, so everybody unsubscribe now, but yeah, so I've been working on these guys for a while. I've had them probably a year, maybe more. And I first painted them, didn't do a great job because I didn't really know what I was doing because I didn't even have model tanks back then, stuff like that. But I know what I'm doing now, and I got good paints, good brushes, stuff like that. I did this all basically with micro brushes, which are those big weird fat round things, which aren't really good. Toothpicks, stuff like that. But now that I've got good brushes like that, I'm basically redoing them, painting them over, fixing them up. Yeah, so I'll show you what I've been doing. Get the zoom in now here. So these are basically, this is Warhammer 40K. I don't know if any of you guys who do like the tanks, stuff like that, airplanes, really understand this is wargaming. We roll the dice, do this stuff like that. It's complicated, all the rules, stuff like that, but basically these are my troop figures. They usually have their shoulder pads on. Yeah, where's the camera? Here's one of them, okay. And they got these shoulder pads on, but I'm taking them off because I'm going to paint those with the airbrush. And just paint them basically red helmets, and then gray, which is the color they're molded in, so I don't even know why I paint them gray. And then like white on their knee pads and stuff like that. Various parts like that. Yeah, so I'm repainting them into like a winter camo. That's why I have the white on them, stuff like that. And some of them have these attempts at snowy bases. I got to do a little more work on that. And the shoulder pads too. Those are just going to be white, but I feel like painting them with my airbrush because that'll be a lot easier. And also, I got some of my bigger things up here. Like these guys who are my like elite battlesuit guys. They're really good. Not really, but these guys have also been painted white. Haven't sealed it yet. Base is basically just water. Well, I painted it was the sandy stuff, but I paint that white, and then that gives a texture kind of like this. And then I would do is put water and like plaster dust or sculpt and mold, which is basically like sculpt and mold. Then you just put it in a cup, shake it a lot, and then you get this powdery stuff, and it solidifies when it's wet. So then I just put water everywhere with the brush and sprinkle it on, and most of it's still kind of like off and stuff like that. But I'll just give it some dull coat or something, and it should solidify. So yeah, I've been working on a lot of these guys lately. Well, not a lot, but repainted them, like doing some highlights because I just painted them with like glossy black paint, and that didn't work very well. So a bit of gray matte paint, usually like the 10mm stuff now. Also added all the white, looking a lot better than they were before. And I got these guys too. These are like smaller battle suits. And then also what I've done, I've been doing this in little parts over the past bunch of weeks, but put a lot of my model tank building skills into this. It's a tank. And I think I did quite a good job on it. Because before, maybe 3 weeks ago, it was completely gray. Hadn't painted at all. But put a whole bunch of my tank building skills, like washes, stuff like that, airbrushing. Like when I paint these guys, I obviously didn't have my airbrush. So I painted like the whole thing up. I think I got good lighting here. Kind of like I attempted a digi-camo. This is the kind of digital kind of camouflage that these vehicles would have. But you know, the book that you get with comes with a whole bunch of camouflage patterns that suggests, and I couldn't care less. But because I like the winter camo, it looks really nice. But yeah, I think I did a nice job. I basically just gray, masking tape, white, and then the black and the red was all hand brushed. And I gave it some washes with the AK stuff. When I did the brown wash, though, it kind of turned yellow. The white stuff turned yellow. So I got some oil paint, which is my new favorite thing in the world. I went back over that, and that is fantastic. It takes a long time to dry. You can really work it around nicely. Nice texture, nice color, fantastic stuff. It's expensive though, but yeah. And I've got the gun part too, which I also did the digital camo on up there. And the dude up there, the commander guy. I can zoom in. There's the commander dude. Yeah, dry brushing, stuff like that was done all over this tank. And I think I did quite a good job. I also have another one here, which is basically the exact same thing, just an APC. And I did that a while ago. Painted it black and red, but I gotta basically strip it and redo it because it turned out like crap. Yeah. But I'll just basically do it the same way as that. I don't know. I might make a video on how I do this because it basically is the same thing as tank building. Just it's just I don't really know. It's just not really that different at all. Just the way you play with it and stuff like that. A lot different. So yeah. That's enough. A waffle, as the English guys call it, about that. So I'm going to get on to building the turret for my Cougar. So this is what remains to be built, just the turret, which is only, I guess, 2 screws, I guess, and there's 2 pieces left on that one. A couple left on this one, but I think I'll use them. So it shouldn't be too hard to build. It's been a really nice kit so far. So get cracking. Here's the turret after I completed steps 10 and made the gun mantlet piece. It comes with a metal gun barrel, which is really nice. Also comes with a plastic one, but it's like in two halves and stuff, which is never good. It's really, really nicely made, as all metal gun barrels are. Always better. And so far, I've done basically everything on this side of the turret. Now I've got to do stuff on that side, which is pretty much the same. Hatches and the periscopes. So I did a little more progress on my Cougar at my at my modeling meet, and basically finished the turret. Except for the thing at the back, turret basket. Yeah, that's what it's called. So as you can see, it's got some really great details. The manlet's still movable. The metal gun barrel looks really nice. It's got excellent weld seams along the sides there. Areas like that. Fantastic. The only problem is the parts where they attach it to the sprue. These are right in the middle of the weld seams all the way along. Lots of photo etch, not really a lot, but there's two pieces there, and some up here and across there. And then all the periscopes. There are styrene solid pieces that you can use, or you can use the clear ones. I don't know why you'd use the solid ones if you can get clear ones with it. So I put those on. Grenade launchers look nice. Yeah, so do the wire cutters. Apparently what these wire cutters do is sometimes people what they do is they take a telephone wire, something like that, and tie it down across the road, like the height of the turret commander or like the driver commander, when they're standing up in their hatch, and basically cut their head off pretty much. But if they drive along and they don't notice it, which is kind of hard to see. So these things right here, and also the one on the tank there, they're to cut the wire and make sure the crew doesn't get their head cut off. So all I gotta do now is the turret basket. And then, I guess that'll be it before I do the painting. And it's on. Kind of, it's not really dry yet, and I have to clamp a corner because it wouldn't hold properly. But, I don't know, I've heard horror stories about this turret basket from other people building this kit, and I didn't find it that bad. Like it's a bit difficult, but I don't know, it only took me probably 10 minutes. So, yeah, I guess I'm done the construction then. It's a nice looking kit. I really like the build. Nice level detail. Nice amount of photo edge, not too much, but still enough for detail parts. I don't really find anything wrong with it, except for some parts had a bunch of flash on them. Like this thing here, and a bunch of the turd basket parts, and some of the things up here. But other than that, it was a really, really nice build. So I'm going to be painting this soon, but not right now because it's kind of freezing cold outside. I'm not really sure when I will paint this. Might wait a couple of weeks. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I have a whole bunch of free time though, because basically I've got nothing to do for 2 weeks except for like Christmas stuff. I guess I'll start my Panzer IV, maybe, or I don't know, something like that. I got some of this camouflage netting stuff at my modeling meet. I don't know, it was like $5 and I'm like, whatever, looks good, that'll come in handy. So I bought that. Also bought some gray. This is XF50 and XF77, which is Jan gray at the Sasebo Arsenal. I don't know, there was like 3 different colors which are basically the same, just a little bit darker, a little lighter, that were all different arsenals, which I guess is a base. So that's for Warhammer, for the gray color for the base. I'm going to try to airbrush it. And also, Panzer II is done for the Holy Toledo to Panzer II group build. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't really know what to say. It's not exactly the best kit in the world, you know. Like the tracks are a bit special, let's just say. But I did a pretty good job on them. Used some pigments on them. Dry brushed them. Same thing there, I used some muddy pigments. I'm happy with the mud texture I got. Also did some pigments on the exhaust thingy there. Foliage, this is Woodland Scenics Fine Leaf foliage. And I just give it a bit of a highlight with some Citadel camo green. I don't know, it's just a light green color. Decals, those are from a Panzer IV kit. I think you saw me put the decals on, just I did a bit more stuff. I did some dry brushing there, up there on the tools, on the sides of the turret. Got a bit of dust on that, alright. But I don't know, maybe you can see the dry brushing. Yeah, along the edge there you can see how it's shiny. Did some dry brushing there. Along the edge there, if I can get it here, yeah, there you can see the dry brushing along the edge of those 2 panel boxes right there. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like the mud effects I achieved. Tracks were pretty bad, but I don't know, perfectly fine. Gave it some washes to white that. Awesome build. Awesome group build. We had our special interest group build. And I really had a nice time building this, and it was the first time I've ever done a 3-tone camouflage. I think it turned out really nicely. First time I ever did a conversion to a kit. Turned out nicely. It's a pretty fun build. Easy kit though, like if you're a beginner, just get this kit. It's like, you get it for like $10. I would really recommend this kit to a beginner. It was my first kit. Oh, tank kit. And I built it again with the 75. That looks so cool. Alrighty, so that's it for now. Hopefully soon. Get another video up soon. My Christmas haul. which I believe might be quite a lot. I'm not sure. I might do something in my stash. I'm thinking either I got a trumpeter LAV 25. Basically, what that is. I've got a Panzer IV Ausf B here. Not gonna do that for a while. Got the Ausf H. I've got the Stuart, which I think I'm going to be doing a conversion to a M3 Satan, which is the flamethrower one. Or I might do a Chinese one. Something a bit different on that one. But yeah, basically, probably this is what you're going to see next. Along with, I'm going to finish up these guys. Might do work on the Devilfish, which is the other one, the non-tank one. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. This is Panzer II 36. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.